This is the last big week in financial news of the year. What's on the docket? We're going to go after timelines, as well as I have several other articles that are very, very important about California and where we're headed. Guys, welcome to Real Estate Daily. My name is Troy, and every day, Monday through Friday, we go over the latest news in real estate, mortgage, and the housing market. Now, before we jump into this, do me a favor, hit that. She jumped ahead of me. Yep, that subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. I'm going to give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Let's jump right into it. What's happening this week? Everyone's going, hey, Troy, what is going to affect the Santa Claus rally? Well, I'm going to tell you what's going to affect the Santa Claus rally. The next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, the Fed meeting is happening. They're going to go over the last decisions on the last interest rate hikes for the year. It looks like 50 basis points is going to be it. I know that that's still not the most important thing. What the most important thing is going to be the news conference afterwards. What is Fed Chairman Powell going to say? Is he going to be dovish? Is he going to be hawkish? We don't know. Now, he was dovish at the last meeting, but I think he still has a little bit of hawkish in him because even though we saw some inflation numbers go down, we continue to see a strong jobs market, and pricing still shows it's going up. So the CPI went down, but everything else shows up. So that's going to be very, very important that's going forward. Now, the next few days after, on Thursday, we're going to see a slew of European central banks come out and talk about their rate hikes. Bank of New England, the Bank of England. We're also going to see the European Central Bank and Swiss National Bank. We're going to find out because we have here in the United States has a huge effect. When we raise rates, it really hurts some of the debt market and actually hurts the central banks across the world. And with that being said, they want to make sure they're making the right decisions for their citizens and their countries. So we're going to find out a lot that's happening. That's on the docket this week, and we're going to keep you informed right here. All right, next, before we jump into this, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'm going to give you, again, the best 5 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Guys, look at this. California building permits dropped 29% as home buying rents cool. Well, let's just go over this. Building permits are typically for builders, home builders, when we know that they're there for profit. And if they're not making profit, they're not building. So that's why we're seeing building permits going down. But come on, let's be friggin' smart. Nobody's pulling building permits in December. Stupid. So when you talk about looking at some of these things, the fourth quarter is the least amount of real estate being transacted of any quarter of the year. It says October was the 7th slowest month for permits since 2015. Absolutely. With all the negative press that's out there with the inflation and possible recession that's going on, yeah, it's slowed down significantly. And the home builders have stopped. They went through the hottest 2 to 3 years ever, and then they hit the brakes. They slammed on the brakes, and that's why we're running into it. So building permits drop 29%. Guys, if you have that pet project in the backyard that you want to extend the house or add a bathroom, this is the time to do it because we're having, I should say January is probably the time to do it because you're having so many people in the city and the county, they're out. They're on vacation. They checked out a while ago. And if nobody's at the desks over at building and safety, then hit that first, second week of January, get those plans out, get them out to them, and let's see if you can get your home additions done on a timely manner, which we haven't seen in years. Next article. This is an article that I checked out. What we're seeing here is, and I know it's kind of hard to see because they won't let me blow it up any further, or maybe I can blow it up just a little bit more on here. Let's see here. All right, well, here we go. Here we go. It says the map of average year-over-year equity gain per borrower. So if we look at per borrower, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me as you're looking at borrowers, but if you're looking, that means if I have 2 borrowers, a husband and wife, this is what they're making. So if you look at the state of California, it shows that each borrower has average equity gain year over year, $37,000. Guys, $37,000 if you have 2 borrowers it's saying that you have $74,000 in gains year over year. Average home price here in California, that's about 9%. But the red states are the bigger states. So Hawaii is up $61,000 per borrower. Arizona, Nevada in the 40s. We're looking at, look at Florida, 77,000. Everyone's flooding into Florida. Let's be honest. Tennessee, 48. I mean, these are states that people want to live in. The states that are lower, the states that people don't want to live in. It's very, very obvious that's it's happening here. Montana up 44,000. North Carolina 48. South Carolina 48. Georgia 47,000. This is fantastic news. When people say the housing market's crashing, well, that's funny. Year over year, this is average borrowers up in equity, the gain that they're getting. There's no negativity here, guys. None. Zero. Average for the entire state. Now, are there certain areas that are having problems? Absolutely. Most of them are in big cities like Los Angeles, that dumpster fire in Los Angeles, complete dumpster fire in San Francisco, Chicago, the garbage cities that are run horribly. Those are the ones that are having the equity gains less and less because nobody wants to live there. I mean, who wants to live in, crime-infested, homeless, out-of-control areas? It's just been run down. And most of those places, they also have rent control or rent freezes. I mean, come on. Los Angeles has a rent freeze now it'll be over 3 years. What investor wants to go, put their money into a place where you can't even raise rents? And the homeless are everywhere and the city doesn't care. And crime is out there everywhere? Don't want to. Next article. And this is from CNBC. It says, even though mortgage rates are dropping, home prices dissuade buyers. I actually don't even agree with anything that's being said here. I know Diana Olick, my girlfriend, we talk all the time. She doesn't have a real estate license. She's not boots on the ground. And what kind of articles does she say? FUD articles? That's all I ever see out of CNBC and a lot of the media out there. But let me tell you right now, I do the numbers every single week here in Southern California. What am I seeing? No inventory. Let me repeat myself. Inventory is low. Every property that I have dealt with and my business partners dealt with, they have multiple offers on. Oh, well, Troy, how do they have multiple offers? Why? Interest rates are going down. Homes prices are going down. It's the best time to buy all year. Come on, people. Get with it. You should know this by now. I know if you listen to the media, you're sitting on the sidelines, you're picking your butt, and you're getting your rent raised on you. That's what's happening to you. How does that feel? Doesn't feel good, does it? Let's go on to the rates. Rates are flat. Been flat now for a while. 30-year conforming up, 1.5 basis points. We're looking at the 30-year FHA up 2 basis points. The craziness is the jumbo market and the 15-year conforming market, they just can't figure it out. It's up 20 on it one day, it's down 30 the next. It's crazy. There's so much competition out there. I will tell you, anyone out there that's looking for a home, make sure you get 2 or 3 quotes and make sure it's dollars to dollars or oranges to oranges. A lot of these lenders out there will give you they will not give you the full picture. And then when you get into escrow, you all of a sudden have all these extra fees. They'll say, oh, well, of course there were escrow and title fees. Well, why don't you give it to me up front? Make sure that when they give you your monthly rate, they give you some sort of breakdown of how they came up with your monthly payment and your rate. If they don't, then you're going to have lenders not tell you the whole truth, have a better rate, and then ultimately, when it's all said and done, you have to buy that rate down in closing costs, which you weren't told about up front. Hey guys, well, thank you very much for joining me today. Big week. We're seeing the Fed meet this week. 50 basis points is what has been predicted. 75 would be a little out of control, I think, but I think 50 basis points would be what they're looking at. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.